Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So on this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this native palm oil rice. Yes, this rice is so delicious and I've been craving for this rice for a very long time now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, share, and let me know what you think about it. So let's get to the ingredients. So for the ingredients, I'm going to be using 4 small tomatoes and this long pepper that we call chombp back home in Nigeria. I'm going to also be using some pepper, green, yellow, and red pepper, not bell pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, onion, and 1 clove of garlic. You can add as much as you want, guys. Okay, some cooked kpomo, dry fish, crayfish, big crayfish, palm oil, nut cube, and salt. I'm also going to be using spinach as well. You can also go ahead to add any other ingredients you want to be adding into this, and that is the rice I'm going to be using. So the first thing I love to do is to add salt over the fish if I'm using the dry fish, then add hot water and allow the fish to stay in the hot water while I move over to the next one. So now I'm going to wash the tomatoes and pepper and onion to blend them. Okay, I'm using food processor, but you can use your blender. Okay, I just love the way the food processor break in the pepper tomatoes for me, but blender works perfectly fine. I also use blender as well, so just use whatever you choose to use. Okay, so go ahead to blend them until they come to the consistency that you want them to be. Now I'm done blending them. I'm going to be cooking them for a little while, but sometimes I don't actually cook them. I go ahead to fry them like that. But on this one, I'm going to just allow them to dry up in the water for a little while. So while it's cooking the tomatoes mixture, I'm going to start parboiling the rice. So when I'm done parboiling the rice, I'm going to add the red oil over on a pan over the heat. It's freezing here, like it's very cold here, so palm oil is it looked like this. So I'm going to allow the oil to melt and to heat up a little before I add onion. So as you can see, the oil is hot, so I added the onion. You can chop the onion the way you want. Okay, so while the onion is cooking or is sauteing, I'm going to go ahead to add some locust beans, which Yoruba call it iru and Igbo call it ogiri. Then I'm going to stir them all together, and I'm going to continue stirring them until the onion is well sauteed. When the onion is fully sauteed, I'm going to go ahead to add the tomatoes pepper mixture into the oil. Then I will stir them all. After stirring them, I'm going to go ahead now to start adding the other ingredients that I'm using to cook this. So I'm adding the nut cube. I added 1 nut cube into this. You can use any cube of your choice. Then I'm adding salt. Just add the spices to your taste, but I'm only using nut cube here because I I just need the taste of the local beans to come out, because that is why it's called local rice. So I added some fresh pepper in there because I tested it and the pepper wasn't enough for me. Depends on you how much pepper you like or not. So after stirring that, I'm adding the crayfish. So I'm going to add the 2 crayfish, the big one and the blended one, and stir them while the sauce is still cooking. So after doing that, I'm going to go ahead now to add some kpomo. Oh, look at that disaster. Anyway, that makes us cook. I'm going to clean it up now. So after adding the kpomo, go ahead to stir everything up. You can add any other meat or fish you want, okay? So here is the catfish that I washed. I'm adding everything here. After adding them all, I'm going to just gently stir them and allow them to cook until the water from the pepper tomatoes are well dry. Like it comes to the consistency where you see only oil into your sauce, okay? So now, as you can see there, guys, the sauce is well cooked, very well cooked. All you can see there right now is the oil. So go ahead and taste for salt if it's enough. So for the parboiled rice, the reason I'm adding it to the sauce before adding water is because I love to control the water after adding the rice. It helps me to control the water. So I'm adding the rice into the sauce and I'm going to stir the rice and the sauce together. Just make sure that they are well mixed. Like I said, it helps to control the water you are adding into the rice. It helps to control for you not to add a lot of water into the rice. So now I'm adding the water, as you can see. I'm stirring the rice while adding the water. So I'm going to add the water to the level of the rice, because the rice is not parboiled for a long time. It's still strong. So the water you add into your rice depends on how you parboiled your rice. If your rice is too parboiled, don't add too much water for it not to be very soft after cooking. So I'm going to add just a little bit of salt over the pot now. Then I will put the lid on and allow them to cook on a low heat. Yes, I cook my rice on the lowest heat. So as you can see, the water is almost dried up after some minutes, about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I'm just going to stir everything up, but there is still more water into the rice, so I'm going to put the lid back on. But if the water did not cook the rice, go ahead and add a little bit more water into your rice, okay? So as you can see, the water is fully dry, the rice is cooked, as you can see there. So I'm going to add the spinach, just a little bit of spinach that I'm using, and I'm going to turn off the heat and allow the heat from the rice that comes out of the rice to cook the spinach, because the water is fully dry. So I'm just, after stirring them, I'm going to put back the lid on and turn off the heat and allow the rice and the spinach to stay for about 5 minutes. The heat that comes out of the rice will cook the spinach. So that is what I did here. So after 5 minutes, it's just time to take the lid off and stir them all again and enjoy my rice. This rice is so delicious. It's just what I wanted. It tastes amazing, guys, amazing. Like, this rice is also good for holiday. You know, when your loved ones are coming from abroad, anyway, just serve it to them for them to remember, yes, we come from this country or we come from here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and this recipe. I'm going to also be listing them down at the description, the recipe, so check it out. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate you all here. I love you all. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. God bless you all. Bye.